What's up, everybody? It's your boy Church Bryce, and Happy New Year, everyone. We have done it again. We have made another circle around the sun. We've gone, I think it's clockwise? I don't know. I'm not a geologist. That's not what they do. But let's not get into the little jokes. I wanted to make this more of a, I guess it's serious, but it's not serious. It's just me. Why am I going to even, put a title on it? I'm just going to do it. Happy New Year, guys. You know, it's been a great one for me, at least. I know it probably hasn't for some people. You know, we had that whole big thing in the Middle East, and we had that whole thing with the Epstein. But, you know, I think the Epstein thing was actually a couple years ago. They were just like the big flight thing that came out this year. I don't know. I keep making that joke. I gotta stop, because I don't actually fully understand it. I gotta do my research before I do the humor bit. But it was good, man, you know. I think this year was all around a pretty good one. I saw a thing the other day when I was watching a Moist Critical video, I was watching a live stream, and someone said that 2023 is just 2022 part 2, which, yeah, I mean, aren't they all? Every year is technically the second part of the previous year, so we're at, part 1,824 of year 1 or something. But that's in the literal sense. I don't know why I thought about it at first, but what I think it means is just the years have been pretty good as of recently. It had nothing really big and tragic has really happened. Obviously, people have died, bad things have happened, the world suffered and stuff. We had the big, but I was about to say we had the big COVID thing, but that was after. You know, it's 2022 is when it started to simmer down. You know, simmer down now. Oh, why did I do that? God, I wish that was a fucking vodka spritzer, dude. Why did I say that? but that's when it started to cool off and everything. 2020 to 2021 was the big COVID year, and then before that was the Harambe incidents. 4 years of pain and misery because someone shot a goddamn gorilla because some motherfucker let their kid climb in the enclosure. I never actually understood that about this story. How the hell did the kid get in there? Is the kid just Spider-Man? Because I've been to a zoo. I'd never been to the Cincinnati one, but I've been to the zoo. You can't they have big nets of chains around them. But we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic. But yeah, we had the Harambe thing, and then all those years, everyone remembers 2016 to 2020 as we don't talk about them. And then you get to 2020, and then it's oh, now we got a fucking disease. To cap it all off. But then when you get to 2022, and everything's calling off, and everyone's going back to society, and things are good again until the writer's strike happened, and movies sucked for a long time. I mean, they sucked before, too, because Hollywood's a fucking scam anyway. Saturated with too much content, and then we can make a fucking original idea. Well, they can. Hollywood just can't. But, sorry, that's the topic I get very heated about. But like I said, today was great, even for movies. And I didn't even talk about that before. I did a little mini thing on Snapchat. I did my little reverend sermons on there to my buddies, and I did a little thing. But I didn't even talk about that. Cinema was great this year. There's TV shows. I can't really bring them off the top of my head like that. I don't do research for stuff like this. I just sort of talk out of my ass and just ramble on and just try to bring up some good stuff and just make it somewhat entertaining. I guess I'm commentary. I don't know. I don't even know what genre I want to fit in or what I want to do. I don't know who I am or what I am or who's ranking my brain right now. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not even probably going to remember making this. And it's not because I'm drunk. And it's not because I'm high. It's just because I'm probably dementia-ridden. And I probably have Alzheimer's. And I am probably schizophrenic. But we're getting off topic. Stop doing this. Yeah, Happy New Year. Like I said, I think it was just great. The 2022 part 2 of 2023 part 2 2022. You know, they all just been good. They all just connect very well. I think things have gone pretty good. Like I said, I know things are still bad. People still die. War's still a thing. Violence is still a thing. You can't say good and then be like, oh, because some guys are gonna be like, yeah, but did you hear about the 3-year-old that got shot yesterday? Yeah, okay, cool. Be a bummer. But I mean, good as in the general senses, and it just felt okay. It hasn't felt like the world's been struggling. Like, again, then you can say, but people are still struggling. There's still homeless people. People are still poor. The housing crisis is still a thing, you know? And you're right. But it doesn't feel like the entire world is. It feels like we're starting to come back to somewhat reality and somewhat humanity of what we had before. Like, I don't know if anyone else has felt this way, but for the past couple years, it's been literally since 2016. And I know people keep joking about the Harambe thing. It wasn't. It just happened. And I don't think anyone brings it up as seriously as they should. The world basically felt wrong for like 2016, 16, 4 to 20 is 4 years to 2023 is 3, 4, 5, 7 years. 7 years, dude. Almost 7 years the world just felt off. And we all lived in it and let the shit happen and we just complained about it. And then it comes back to normal and then it's like, oh, fine. Like, and no one brought it up. Like, I think that's a serious thing that people should look at. Like, what was going on in between those years? Like, what was happening? The only thing I can fully remember was I was in school. And my generation is kind of what made... I think it was only my generation is why I feel this way. Because the one that I'm stuck in. I don't really know what it is. It's the one that graduated during COVID. But I know we are the best one out of all of us. Because we're the ones that... Well, we're also the worst. Here's my theory with that. We're the best and the worst. Because we are amazing in the sense of like how our brains work. I think we're some of the most intelligent of humanity has ever been. And that's a big thing saying when you're gonna bring up TikTokers and all this stuff like that are also my age group. We're not talking, those are the bad parts. The ones that didn't. Like, it's like split in half. You have the people that got shit and then got entitled and used their entitlement to get ahead and then take advantage of everybody else. So you had the selfish people. And then you had the ones that became selfless, who are just nice all the time, and who are just genuine. Like, I can tell you safely, most of the people that I'm friends with are the selfless people. They care about every other person except themselves. Like, our generation has this mold to us, where we don't give a fuck about us. We don't care what happens to us. Oh, but you say you're gonna kill yourself. No, you can't do that. That's really bad. You know, you can't do that. Like, it's okay if I do it. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to be upset. I'm allowed to be sad. But you, my friend, no, you're not. Like, we have, and I say that rudely, and I was just talking to my friend about this before I was calling my best friend, and I was telling her, I was like, it sounds rude when I say it. I think it's because of the stigma of my voice and the way I portray myself. But I don't mean it rudely. The way I mean that in the sense is just like, we have this mold in our heads where we either think of ourselves as better than other people and we go down the bad route and we start to just like do the dumb TikTok prank shit and take advantage of people and just think that we're better and just like assume that we're gods or whatever. And that's big coming from me because people knew I used to have the thing, but it was a bit. But like the people who generally think that they're just genuinely better than people and that they can just walk all over them. And then you have the people who became selfless and then it's like they don't care about themselves like at all. And there's like really no in between there. It's like you either care about yourself so much or you don't care about yourself at all, but you care about other people ecstatically. And I think that's amazing, the way that mindset works. And they said they're intelligent people here. I've heard opinions from my friends and just even random people that I've just met through my friends and just through work of in this generation, and they're intelligent and they can see the world how it truly is. Like they see through the lies of the bullshit. The good ones. Like I need to make sure the good ones, the selfless ones, the ones that can see through the lies and the ones that can see through like fake utter bullshit and are real serious with you and like tell you how it is. Like the ones that will genuinely care for you in your time of need and not the ones that will only care for you when they need you to care for them later. You know, it's not like that. I'm going off topic again, but I guess it's not because I guess I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about all the years in the past. But it just felt wrong. It might be because my generation, another one after us, they fell off. But they went down the bad route because they realized the bad route, the ones that are selfish, they get ahead more because they care about themselves more. So when you care about yourself more, obviously you're going to feel better about yourself. It's just like, that's just basic science in my head, apparently. Like, not apparently, to me. If you care about yourself more than anyone else, and you take care of yourself, like you give yourself everything that you want, you will feel better about yourself. That's how it works. And if you take the stuff that you have and give it to other people, there's going to be less for you to use for yourself to feel better by yourself. But if you are a good person, you'll feel better by yourself by helping others. But those selfish people can't do that, you know? Man, I'm starting to sound like a goddamn uncle. But again, we're getting off topic. I just want to get back to this year. My whole big thing this year was just to shout out a bunch of things. Because that's just what the bit was going to be. Then I started rambling. But that's just sort of my thoughts, man. And I'm just happy that we've come back. Because I'm hoping to start to see these people actually use their... Because one big problem was they had this intelligence, but they wouldn't use it. Because we also are very antisocial. Like, we will only speak these ideas from our friends. We won't outwardly confront people because there's a lot of non-confrontational people as well. There's a lot of pussies, snowflakes, you know, we do have those. And some people take things too seriously, so they won't outwardly speak their opinions because they just know it's going to start an argument. Because people nowadays argue to have a conversation. It's just proven fact, man. You want to have a conversation, you can't have a normal one. Argue. It's so easy to argue and have a conversation because, like, it's usually about something stupid. You'll forget about it later. But I hope they use their intelligence and actually speak their mind and hope they use it better. I think we need a younger president, honestly. I really do. We need a younger everything. Oh, there's another gunshot. Heard one. But, like I said, this year was great. And now I just want to get to the little shout-outs. Shout-outs to my family, obviously. Like, you have to shout out to family. Shout out to God. Obviously, I love that guy. I actually do. I love God. He's my main man. Been here with me through all my years. But I just got the ability of my family too. I love hanging out with them. I don't really get to see them a lot because I'm sort of pushed away because of work, and I sort of push myself away because of work I don't really fit in with them a lot. You know, they're big sports people. They bring like I'm a big gamer guy, but they've tried and this is not a cry for help or like it's just life, man. You know. People just don't connect all the way, but they're still family, so we still talk. We still have we talk about politics and not like the angry way that people do. My family's really cool with it sometimes. Put some alcohol in them, maybe not. But I do watch the football games. I get along with them. I got to see my brother a lot more. He's getting married. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see him and his fiance getting married. I love his fiance. Not. Well, I'm not even explaining that because I don't even need to. She's my sister-in-law. She's great. She's an amazing person. I can't wait for our families to connect and everything. I love it. My uncle got married this year as well. That was amazing. I didn't get to see that wedding because, like I said, work and everything. But I got to go to the bachelor party, and I made the video about that. I didn't do that. It was a reverend did that. He stole my channel for the day. But just shout out to all of that, my family. Thank you guys so much for making this year an amazing one, and just not hating me for not being able to be there all the time because of work. And that's the big thing. I thought they would resent me because of everything, but they really can't. In the one hand, and the other hand, it's just in my head because they wouldn't do that, and it's not my fault. It's the work's fault. But then once again, I want to shout out. Is it still recording? It is. I want to shout out my friends. Oh, sorry, I had to hold on. This is I don't edit these, so just give me a break. I need to take a sip. I need to break it. When I went up, something happened in my lungs. Okay, weird. Now I just want to give a big shout out to my friends. Thank you guys so much. I do hang out with my friends more than my family because of our time schedules and everything. And I think you get to that point when you're an adult. When you realize that your friends are going to be there, like, they sort of become your family. You sort of navigate to being with them more than your family. Because you grew up with your family. You saw them all the time. You still go to their family gatherings. You still see them all the time. But it's more rare and everything. And it's sort of a good thing, staying away from people and then coming back to them. Because then it gives you a fresh start sometimes. And it gives you more stuff to talk about. Like, oh, yeah, and I did this amazing thing while I was away for 6 months before the last time I saw you. It's fantastic. Is it actually recording? I don't know, man. I hope so. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I just get paranoid sometimes because I talk all this way and then it doesn't record. And then look, and I'm like, damn, I really don't feel like doing it again. So I just give up. And I've been talking. There's some pretty good stuff in here, in my opinion. So sorry if it went so long. It wasn't supposed to be this long. I know some people in the comments they don't like the long videos until I get to the point. They just want me to get straight to the point. So I was trying. Stupid Kanye official dumbass. But yeah, just back to what I was saying. Shout out to all of my friends. Like I said, they're amazing. I hang out with them all the time. I love all of them. They are amazing people. Most of them. Some of them. I'm not. It's a joke. That's nothing. Give me a second. It's probably best not to make that when I'm trying to be sentimental. But just thank you guys all. I know some of you guys actually watch these, so thank you for that too. Especially, I know one of you in particular genuinely watches a lot of them and likes to sit there, because, you know, thank you most of all, because that actually makes you want to keep doing them. Knowing that there actually is one of my friends who generally takes the time out to go and look at them is amazing, and it's like, it just makes me so happy to think about, because I'm like, I see like it pop up with one view, and I'm like, oh, it might be, you know, I'm getting gushy about it, but it just makes me happy because it does make me want to keep doing it. Because, you know, as long as I have that, I know I'm making it for one person. I'm very happy doing it. I would make it for myself, but now I know if I'm making it for someone who's enjoying them, especially someone that I know, and everything, it just makes me so happy. So I just want to say thank you so much for that. This is a special shout out to you. Because it just makes me want to keep doing this. And I think I want to transform this into an amazing thing. Like this whole YouTube thing has been a dream of mine since I was a kid. It's been everybody's dream since I was a kid. And now I'm actually acting upon it in the way that I've always kind of wanted to. I'm just making whatever I want, and I've just stopped being a bitch and be like, I used to think I need this, I need a computer, I need a camera. And then I'm like, what if I just record on my phone and upload shit because I want to? And now I do, and I love it. So thank you for making me want to keep going. And everything. I know it may not seem that big of a deal to you, or it may not be that big of a deal, but to me it very much is, because it makes me want to keep doing this, and it really pushes me to wanting to do it, even though I'm very lazy and I don't do it that often. I do want to. But then, yeah, shout out to all of my friends, the boys I hang out with, you know, all my best friend who gave me probably the greatest Christmas gift ever this year. It was a reference to an old joke that I used to do. That reminded me of it, and I was like, I haven't remembered that I did that joke for so long. Oh, it was so good. It was one of the best gifts that I got this year, along with my orange pants. I love my orange pants, but I also loved the butter candy canes. So, and I just need to touch on that too, because I was gonna make a Christmas thing too, but I didn't. So this is also Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. We're not gonna get into that, but yeah. Thank you, my buddies. We're all good. Like, I hang out with the boys so much. I've probably uploaded a bunch of videos with the boys. I know me and Murph did a bunch of podcast episodes in the shed. And I'm hoping to cut those up and edit those and actually start uploading them, called Shed Shenanigans. We just basically watch shows, and it's me yelling at the show and talking to Murph about the show. And it's basically Murphy just sitting in the corner yelling mean words at me and calling me a pussy every 5 seconds, because he doesn't really pay it. He does and he doesn't. It's a good dichotomy between us, but it is mostly me just yelling and screaming. Most of other things. It's a really cool thing that I have to do. Me and my buddy Robert are working on the music stuff, along with my buddy Mike and just everyone. We're gonna be making a Christmas album soon. Oh, for that the entire year we're gonna make a Christmas album. And that I'll be touching that. Yeah, but like I said, the boys, I made some videos with them. I have some video ideas. I need to stop talking so fast. I have some video ideas with them next year that I'm hoping to upload. I'm hoping to do a lot more collaborating stuff with them, to just bring a lot of them into it, so I can just start have them be normal stuff and it just be normalized and everything. Because I just think it's cool to bring my buddies and have a good time with them and immortalize fun bits that we can do on a video forever, so I can go back and rewatch it later. Because I just love to do my streams. I go back and watch them all the time. Me and my buddy just shitting around on Lego Fortnite or something. So, thank you to them for helping with my videos today and helping me record and giving me ideas. Every one of my friends has given me at least 10 ideas for videos that I plan on making. So, and I also have different ideas with them for different videos with them. And this is just rambling more and more. This is probably 40 minutes by now, but shout out to all of that. And like I said, and the last big thing, shout out to my media company, Blue fucking Media, everybody. We made a company this year, and Blue Media is an idea that I had for a long time. I genuinely wanted to make a media company where it took all my friends, all of their skills, all of what they could do, put it together in this big conglomeration of shit, and they could just do whatever the fuck they want, and hopefully, and then upload it and share it with the world, and hopefully just people find it, and we just start changing stuff, because my friends have good ideas, and I want their ideas to go out in the world, and I want things like that to happen. So we did some great things this year. We made a music video with the company. We had a bunch of ideas, but we're going to act on a bunch of them. So we have an entire year next year, and now that I'm really into it, I'm gonna start getting actual setup and I'm trying to learn editing and everything. Where hopefully the production value is gonna go way up, and we're gonna be taking over the world. Our goal is to pass Andrew Tate on Spotify monthly listeners, and $10 million from the Christmas album. Those are 2 goals right now. But shout out to them and everyone that's helped me do that. Even though they don't think it's a bit, it's not really a bit. It's a real thing that I like and that I'm actually sort of really into, and I'm gonna make it a real thing. I'm gonna need to figure out how to buy an LLC or whatever they are. But again, thank you so much, and just thank you so much to everybody who's been watching the videos, man. Even if you're watching this one, I don't even know if you're not a friend of mine, you're probably not watching this long. But if you are just a random dude who's never met me, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching my other ones too. Like, if you have, I genuinely appreciate it. I like, they have sort of been popping off in my standards, like at least 30 in the first day, and then it sort of simmers down. But like, one of them randomly got 100 the other day, and one of them is still sitting at 1K, going up still. So just thank you guys so much for that. It's sort of helped make my dream a reality. And I know it's small numbers, but I never even cared about numbers to begin with. So seeing them as that big as they were is just special to me, I guess, you know, and I very much like it. So thank all of you for watching the videos, and thank all of you for supporting them. I'm going to keep making more, and I'm hoping next year I take a stride and I actually get really into it again, and I stop being a lazy piece of shit, and I start breaking my notebooks out and actually working on shit and writing scripts and putting actual effort into making them like I used to. But I really had to stop because I really got to check my phone. I texted like 8 people before I started this, and they're probably wondering where I'm responding to. But thank you to everybody for making this year a great one. I just want to point out, it's not, I had said this in my thing, I'm going to say it again. It's not me that makes this year great. It is everything that happens around me and everyone around me that makes this year great. I am not at any moment the reason for anything great that happens. But for everyone else around me is, and I just really, really appreciate it, and I just really, it just makes me so happy to have the people in my life that are in my life, and I just love it, you know. I love life, and I think it's great, and I think everybody is amazing. But Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you enjoy. And you better use the Uno the movie. If you start at a certain time, well, the guy, I think it's not Jeff, it's the other one, will say, "Here's looking at you, kid," right when it hits midnight. I always do that in my tradition. You should also make it your tradition. Thank you for watching if you did. I appreciate it. I hope you have a very good New Year. Please stay safe. Biggest drunk drivers out there. People shoot bullets into the air. You know, blah, blah, blah. I'm rambling. But thank you for watching if you did. Appreciate you. Have a good New Year. Goodbye.